混雑してますから今の写真撮ってから移動してください。止まりますか。申し訳ないです。
There, I did the work for you. I got squished on the train, rode the bus to the middle of nowhere, woke up at unholy hours to walk miles in the dark, and got drenched in spring rains, all to do this very important research that you can benefit from. I visited every famous cherry blossom site in Japan to determine which ones are actually worth the hype. I traveled to the 3 sites Japan itself claims as best in the nation, and then I went to all the spots ranked best of the best on Japan Guide. Throw in some viral sites from Instagram and personal choices I've always wanted to see, and voila, you get this list. And I think that's enough, because no one wants to watch a video that long. So find out how iconic locations like this place on the list, and I think you'll be surprised, particularly by number 2. In 15th place, Arashiyama, Kyoto. Arashiyama is renowned for being such a magical place that it's become painfully crowded at all times. It is a lovely place that is adorned by cherry blossoms, but there are actually not as many trees and they're more sparsely planted compared to other spots on this list. Maruyama Park. Even though we often like to romanticize a quiet, contemplative time under the cherry trees, in reality, a huge part of enjoying cherry blossoms in Japan is having lively social parties under the flowers. There must be hundreds of sites in Japan that have these vibes, though Maruyama Park stands out with thick clusters of gorgeous trees. 13th place, Chidorigafuchi. Chidorigafuchi is a place I view as very iconic. It's the moat and the cherry blossoms and the boats and the tall buildings of Tokyo in the background, with all the people of Tokyo there with you.
Wow! People.
The good thing is, some of those Tokyo people are friends. But there's another spot down this list that captures all the qualities of Chidorigafuchi, but better, so we have so much to look forward to. Welcome to the Meguro River, the place of my dreams. At least it used to be. When I went, the branches were cut back, losing its signature overgrown look. The forecast for this particular year was also way off, so the scheduled illuminations were out of sync with the actual bloom. But Nakameguro is one of the loveliest neighborhoods in Tokyo year-round. The river is long, and it wasn't hard to find times to enjoy it in relative peace and quiet. It is really pouring. The Takato Castle ruins is one of the places Japan itself deems top 3 in the country. While the most commonly planted and celebrated cherry blossoms in Japan are more white than pink, Takato Castle ruins is special because the only cherry blossoms planted here, over 1,500 trees, are actually more pink than white. I did this as a day trip from Tokyo, and it's doable, but a massive pain, and honestly, I don't think it's worth it. And I'm saying this as someone that's flower obsessed. But if you are based closer and plan on spending some more quality time in the surrounding area, it could be a great stop. All the way up in northern Japan in Hokkaido is Hakodate's Goryokaku Fort. Getting here is a bit of a journey, but should you come, you will be rewarded with expansive grounds, calmer than any of the places we've seen on this list so far. The observation deck is absolutely worth the wait to see that the grounds and cherry blossoms are arranged in a star shape. The Philosopher's Path is one of the more well-known sakura spots in Japan. However, more so than all the other popular spots, it's crucial to come here when there are no crowds. The Philosopher's Path is all about the quiet, contemplative experience. The Kyoto Canals. This was a fun, unplanned discovery that I stumbled upon as I was walking around in Kyoto. It's not hard to miss as it's close to a lot of activity in the city. What I refer to the Kyoto Canals brings a little bit of the essence of the Philosopher's Path, but in a far more convenient location. At Kema Sakura-no-miya, thousands of cherry trees line the Ogawa River for miles. This is probably one of the less famous sites on this list. After all, everyone flocks to Kyoto for cherry blossoms, but not as much to the nearby Osaka. However, in 7th place, it beats out many of the iconic Kyoto sites. This spot is elite because of the diverse range of things to see. You can see the cherry blossoms with the train, against the backdrop of the river, and in beautifully romantic pathways. Rain and Sakura actually go hand in hand, and cloudy and gloomy weather is not really a surprise. That shouldn't prevent you from having a really nice time admiring flowers. Next is the highest ranking site in Tokyo, Shinjuku Gyoen. As it is in central Tokyo, it is understandably very busy, but you know, people watching is a feature. While many spots will choose to plant the same species for uniformity, what makes Shinjuku Gyoen so good is the sheer variety of different types of sakura. The NTT Docomo Yoyogi building provides a very cool backdrop, reminding you that you're in Tokyo! It's my 4th time here. Just never gets old. The Fuji 5 lakes are iconic! It sure does have the crowds to prove it. Yes, the scenery is stunning, but you're not going to have a tranquil time here. I'd say you almost have to come to Arakurayama Sengen Park before 6 a.m. to even have a mildly pleasurable experience. The long, winding shores of Kawaguchiko will give you a bit more breathing room to enjoy the blossoms. For those that have never been to Kawaguchiko, the opportunity to see Mount Fuji framed by cherry blossoms is irresistible. For more tips on how to travel around Kawaguchiko during high season, check out my fall Kawaguchiko video. Himeji Castle. It is Japan's largest, most opulent castle, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which in itself makes it a very worthy tourist destination. But the fact that it is truly one of the best sakura spots in the country makes it an irresistible place to visit. There are a lot of visitors, but the grounds are so big that people can spread out, except for the castle.
People.
But I encourage you to stick through it because the views are worth it. Alright, we're down to the top 3. We're in bucket list territory now. But before we go there, time for a hot take. This is Sakura Dori, a place I was influenced to go to by social media. And it's here where you realize Instagram isn't great for travel inspiration. It's not hard to have enough beauty to fit in a single 6x3 inch frame. And the most beautiful pictures that shoot to the top of search results do not correlate with the best places to go see. For the top 3, the scale is so grand, it would be impossible to capture its essence in a couple still frames. So, without further ado, 3rd place for best cherry blossoms in all of Japan goes to... In 3rd place, Yoshinoyama. Remember 15th place, Arashiyama? Yoshinoyama is everything Arashiyama wish it were. Also, remember 11th place, the Takato Castle ruins? This is another one of Japan's best 3 cherry blossom sites, according to Japan. Large swaths of cherry blossom trees in different shades of pink color the mountains in patchwork. It is truly a unique sight, stunning and magnificent in scale. It's also crowded as heck. Have you ever seen so many people out on a hike? God decided to bless the people of Japan and gave us a sunny weekend after a whole week of rain. So this really was everyone in Kansai and beyond taking advantage of the good weather. It is chaotic, but for a view this incredible, It's worth it. If I could go back to any place on this list, it'd be here to Hanamiyama. I'm shocked that this place is not more famous. Big city bias is so real. With the use of the bullet train, this is doable as a day trip from Tokyo, but I wished I stayed in Fukushima so I could enjoy this place longer. For those of you who watched some of my previous videos, this comes as no surprise. This place is truly incomparable. It has Sakura plus moat, like chidorigafuchi or Hakodate, Sakura plus castle, like Himeji, beautifully romantic pathways like Kema Sakura no Miya, a wide variety of sakura species like Shinjuku gyoen. It has spaces for lively hanami parties like Takoto Castle Ruins and Maruyama Park. It even has a viewpoint with sakura and a snow-capped mountain like Kawaguchiko. And so much more. This is the kickoff to a new cherry blossom series, so if you like what you see, please subscribe. To my dear fellow citizens of the earth, thank you so much for watching, and wherever you are, get out there and enjoy the day.